with the flow.
Can't forget about Coach Bergen. Of course. And if you don't got Coach Bergen, you ain't got shit.
What's up, Coach Bergen here, and this is the Coach Bergen Show, episode 48. Today's guest is TK ODean. Perfect. TK ODean. What the fuck? I just accepted it. There we go. Hey, we got it.
Running it back.
Run it back. Awesome. All right. So, welcome to the Coach Bergen Show, episode 48 with TK ODean. And so some updates since the last episode not with you, but the last episode I did was with Billy John. And he was initially supposed to compete with Vinny Cray for the CBS championship and for episode 50, which we're doing on Monday. And then Vinny, I don't know, too busy, I guess. And so I had to find somebody else. And now TK ODean stepped up. And in order to have it be, fair in a sense of, the third appearance, we had to get a second one in. And so that's what we're doing today. So, yeah.
TK 2 times. I'm
2K
here.
2 times. 3 times soon.
TK 3 times.
3 times. 3 times. And then, yeah. And it's gonna be fun that we got this competition going because I also have a referee who's gonna join us now. And so he's gonna have like the final say on every decision. And so it's gonna be something that hasn't been done in podcasts before, which, it's gonna be very unique and
History in the making.
Yes, exactly. Something great in the making. And yeah. But what's new with you?
Oh wow, man, I got a lot going on actually. A lot going on. I guess we could start things off with High Ground Pro Wrestling. I am making my first appearance since last year of March. So I finally get to return to High Ground in Pennsylvania. Definitely on a different level this time. Got the new aura. You know what I feel me? The new aura now. So, I feel like things are going to change over there. So, definitely got that going. Actually booked with them for the next 5 months, so all the way until August.
Nice.
So, definitely can't wait to get out there. Definitely work with the new talent, the old talent. Definitely see if I can win a championship.
And that'll be good too, because having the next 6 months, that gives you time to build up a storyline and to build your character and to be like recurring to the audience now, as opposed to just like one-off matches, because I feel like that's got to be difficult with just going and doing one match for a promotion and then not like working with them again and then going on and doing one match for another promotion, because then how do people ever know of you aside from that one time? And, people forget quickly.
Honestly, I feel like this really based on the promotion itself, right? So, if I go into a promotion and I work for them for one event, you're right, it's not gonna do me no justice for my career, but it depends on how the promotion promotes you and if they have room to promote you. So it depends on like what you apply to yourself outside of the ring and inside of the ring with these promotions. So definitely it's so super tough even trying to get into a promotion, especially one that'll let you do your own your own thing. So just certain promotions definitely they put you in different binds.
Okay. I imagine because they have an idea of what they want your character to be, so it might differ from what you envision yourself being.
It's I mean, that's like it's all about being open minded to certain ideas. Like nobody told me to be TK ODean, so it's like I can't go to promotion and they say, hey, I made TK ODean. It wouldn't work that way because that's somebody that I created from my inner self. As far as to you go into a promotion and they say, hey, you're gonna be this guy. They have full rights over how you work as this character. So definitely two different demographics.
Okay. All right. Um, and I don't know what, just brought this thought back to my mind, but I heard recently that Hulk Hogan used to have a cartoon, a kid's cartoon.
Yes.
And that was one thing that, like, he did a whole bunch of things that obviously put him on, and made him the star he is. But that was one of the things that, like, really had helped do it. So I'm thinking the Dream Team cartoon, I think that's going to be really helpful to being able to allow you to be, showcasing who you are. And then, it'll almost create more, like, for lack of a better term, equity in TK ODean and in the brand. And then, they'll want that to be a part of their promotion. And then, I'll be doing a tag team match with you for the titles, right?
Yes.
And, and I don't even wrestle, but I would go and I would win the championships with you.
Man, anything can happen, man. Anything can, listen, guys, we have to get him in a match. We have to get him in a wrestling match. A real live wrestling.
We're going to have to, but yeah. And, so what I've had, like, for like my Coma Dreams movie, and then for some of the episodes is like the host, the announcer, Jeremy. And so I'm going to put him into our cartoon, Dream Team, because what that's going to help do is give the audience a recap of what happened last time, as well as speed up the process of what they're going to watch happen now. And so the second episode, we're going to have, we're going to be competing for the tag team titles in a ladder match against Ryan the Sensei and Koban. And so,
which don't stand a chance. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's already written, it's already written. It's gonna be us walking away with a dream team, the dream team. But yeah, so I think a lot can happen with that, and there's a lot of wrestlers that want to collaborate with us on it. So, it's
bring them on.
Yes.
TK and Coach will take on anybody in the wrestling professional world animated.
Let's clip that. And so what I'm going to start doing more of as well is taking these clips, taking the clips from the podcast and then cartoonifying them, like making them with the cartoon characters of the people they're based on. And then, that way it provides like a whole other outlet to be able to get seen, acknowledged, and, a new way of presenting the clips.
I feel like this is like a whole new way of entertainment in professional wrestling.
Yes, absolutely, because it just hasn't been done yet.
It has not been done yet, and the only time you see it is on major platform wrestling companies. So definitely seeing indie star or not indie prospects,
up and coming,
yes,
up and coming stars,
up and coming stars.
Absolutely.
Do something that's completely different that other people won't have the idea to do. It's just written for stardom.
Exactly. It's gonna happen. So this might not be like podcast, question, but did you get in touch with Chris Money'sworth, and how did that go?
We won't say nothing.
Okay. No worries. But he is a great guy, and I think if audience, anybody watching hasn't seen my podcast with him, to definitely check that one out as well.
Check that out.
Because he is a good dude. He is a good dude for sure.
He's a very passionate guy about what he does. Very
Absolutely.
passionate. So you guys will see 2026. I'm not ruining anything, but
Cool. Awesome. I look forward to seeing it and hearing about it and being a part of it. Um, cool. So what else do you have coming forth that you can announce?
okay. Well, for one, going to Virginia this year, and I'm definitely gonna try and make my name out there. So definitely that is the goal right now, is working towards getting to Virginia to just kind of put myself into a whole different atmosphere right now.
Mm.
Um, but as far as present day, I think, well, I know that I do want to go back home. I want to go back to upstate New York. Definitely test out the region. There's a lot of people that I haven't been able to compete against. Um, so definitely, I just want to, test my skills over there, see what the people that I've, came into the business, what they've learned, see what I've learned, and see what to put together. So definitely, butting heads with upstate is definitely like on my mind right now too.
All right. Cool. Cool. Why um why do you want to, you know, why do you want to butt heads with them?
Unfinished business, honestly, to tell you the truth. If anybody who is a general fan of TK, you guys would know that TK stemmed off of a present name that I had, which was Rizzy. Now, Rizzy was this character that I had that it was just kind of on the spot. It was kind of like, what do you want your wrestling name to be? Oh, Rizzy. And
Mm.
then from then on, Rizzy kind of became a household name within upstate, working for like different promotions out there. Um, I've been told that I've had a lot of potential going into the business, with the athleticism, the just the being able to be in the ring and have the in-ring psychology. So definitely upstate has definitely molded me into the person that I am, but the people there, I definitely feel like, because they're up now, they're in the big leagues now, so it's like sitting back and having to watch these guys progress in their careers. And I've had conversations with these guys. These guys have given me advice. These guys have really sat me down and really talked to me and let me know what the next step of the career was. So like, I just have a lot of respect for these guys. So definitely butting head with these guys would definitely be like a full circle moment for me. So definitely just unfinished business that needs to be handled there.
All right. Well, that's cool. And maybe you'll be able to bring the CBS title as well with you, you know.
Yes.
But we got to see how Monday goes, and the competitions and blah 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 blah. But so as I mentioned in one of the messages I sent,
Mm-hmm.
the 5 competitions, the 5 rounds that we're gonna have. One of them is gonna be burpees in 90 seconds, the most amount of burpees you can do, and then the second round is gonna be same concept but with push-ups.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, this is the way it's going to work with those 2 rounds because those are going to be different than the others.
Okay.
With those ones, whoever goes first, so we're going to flip a coin on it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And whoever goes first, if they get beat by the person who goes second, they have the opportunity to go again and try to beat that first, okay?
Okay.
So, and then we can, the second person, if they get beat there, they can try again as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to do that up to 3 times. And then whoever has the best score, it ends up winning.
Okay.
But it might only need to be once, you know? And then round 3 was going to be, it's going to be creating a storyline for your career, whether
Mm-hmm.
fake or imaginary, where Coma Dreams helped to inspire you, the
Mm.
film. Okay, and then round 4, it was going to be. I'm not even remembering any of these off the top of my head right now. I think it was a promo for Coach's Coffee. which is
Okay.
going to be something that'll be happening soon. There's a
Great
couple of
coaches
companies
talk.
I've been in touch with. Yeah, exactly. And you'll have 45 seconds to create like a wrestling-based style promo
Mm-hmm.
about how, I don't know, something. Be creative with it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then the fifth one, I don't even remember it. Like, and my initial thought for round 5 was going to be that you have to say you have to pitch your idea for what the episode of Dream Team is going to be that you're appearing in. But then I was like, wait a minute, no, I can't have TK compete in that one. That's
Oh
not
yeah,
fair because he's the co-creator of the show. Um, you know, so I changed up round 5 and I don't remember what it is. Oh,
mm-hmm.
now I remember. So because the way that I was going to do it initially was the person that has the first 3-time appearance
Mm-hmm.
got to also have the opportunity to host the show at any point during the year that they want to. So what I made the 5th challenge was you're going to interview your opponent 3 questions as if you are the host. And just whoever plays the interview role better
Mm-hmm.
ends up winning that round.
And this is improv, right?
Improv, yeah. So you have some time to prepare, and Billy John he knows the same, same shit, same rules, same thing, and competitions. So
Billy John, it's on.
Billy John, it's on. I like that. We need to make that into a meme. Billy John, it's on, and then we can have the cartoon version of you with the mask.
Mm-hmm. Billy John, it's on. You're going down.
I think that'll look really cool.
Dope.
And yeah, and then so the special guest referee is his name is Manny Gonzalez, and he's a referee for jiu-jitsu matches usually. So it's separate from pro wrestling.
Okay.
But I needed to have somebody that like wouldn't know either of you guys
Mm-hmm.
in order to have it be unbiased and
Unbiased. Yep.
fair and to give good judgment. And
Mm-hmm.
then also I've been trying to get him on the podcast for a while now, and it just hasn't like lined up.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be a great way to introduce him in, and then to be able to keep him as a recurring guest as the referee every time that the title's on the line.
Yes.
So yeah, a lot of good things are going to be happening, and I think that things are looking up. Things are getting
Yes.
better. Things are improving.
Yes. I feel like with this year starting off, especially bringing the previous year, I feel like everybody was in there like they're getting their zone bag. So now I feel like now that 2026 has hit, I feel like everybody is now capitalizing on the new year, which is awesome because now everybody is hungry. Everybody wants to be something. So I feel like everybody now is just pushing forward towards their passion and what they do, which is completely awesome. This is what I love to see.
Absolutely. And this is kind of semi-related. So like because we're doing episode 50 is the title, the championship competition. This one is 48. So what has been difficult for me with delaying this, like the competition, is
Mm-hmm.
keeping the episode number 50, because now I have to delay all the other podcasts that are in between in order to make sure that it is episode 50 and not 51 or 49,
Gotta
because I
stick,
can't
yeah.
delay all of them, but I have to delay enough of them that it like lines up perfectly
Yes.
and coordinates. But then as soon as that's over, then I can start doing like podcast every day, and then be able to continue growing this. And I am definitely on pace to do 100 episodes this year, which is like a lot considering last year I did 31, or 37, 31. I don't even know.
It's still
It
pretty
was a little
impressive.
over 30, a little over 30. But
Most people don't make it past their 5th episode, so.
right. Yeah, I've heard that a lot too. That by literally just doing more than 5 episodes, you're going to be in the top 20%. So now it's just about consistently, putting out more episodes and getting new guests and,
Yes.
just expanding it and coming up with more and more, cool shit to do.
Yes.
And I think that the title competition thing, I think, is going to be a game changer because there's so many things that can stem off from it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if every like 10 to 20 episodes there's a title competition, I think that's something like very unique. I've never heard of a podcast doing that.
I've never.
And it could be because it's a shitty idea. It could be because it's genius. But like we won't know till it works out.
Somebody tries it, which would be the man that is on the camera right here.
Exactly. Somebody's got to try it first,
Mm-hmm.
So, but it doesn't make sense that I would be the first one to try this idea either, because it seems like such an obvious thing. And where it stemmed off from actually was doing the second podcast with Vinny Cray.
Mm-hmm.
I had recently done the first one with Billy John like a week or two before that. And as I was talking with Vinny the second time, I was like, I think I'd really like to have him and Billy John meet each other in a podcast. And I don't know what to have them do yet, but I think that, they have very similar personalities where it could work and there could be something there.
Now,
And
what
then
is
the competition idea came up.
So what is this? So Billy John, right? Now
Yes.
they're wrestlers, right? They're professional. They're actual professional wrestlers.
Professional
right?
wrestlers, yeah.
Now, do you know their gimmicks or like?
So I know that they're heels,
Mm-hmm.
and the way that that Vinny explained himself is he plays himself as a younger version of himself, as like kind of a douchebag. But like no, I don't know how else to explain that without sounding rude. He used better words, but like he plays kind of like a younger version of himself, where he wasn't necessarily like, I guess he was brash, arrogant. I don't know what other words he used, but that was like the what's coming to mind.
Cocky brass heel.
Yeah, and then cocky. Yes, exactly. And then Billy John he's kind of like the same, I would say, like tough guy, rugby player, and just like I'm trying to think of who he could even be compared to, but I don't even know who to compare him to. But like he's also
they both talk a lot of trash.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he talks a lot of trash, but like he probably could.
You probably
And but I don't
both
know.
of them get on, just talk trash to each other.
Exactly.
You,
Yeah.
no, you.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, then so that sparked the idea of having the competition,
Fire.
and then it was like, all right, cool, let's get it done this Monday. And Vinny's already had 2 appearances, so to have Billy John making his 3rd appearance for the same episode, I needed to have him on right away.
Mm-hmm.
So then I had him on, and then it was like the next day, Vinny had like canceled out. And I was like, oh, fuck, okay. So I just did a whole podcast episode explaining this, and now everything's getting changed up, and then now I got to find somebody else to come in and compete. And with the 3 episodes left before episode 50, I have to make sure he's in one of those episodes. So, it was like a little bit of tough coordination to, figure this all out, and it's still coming together, but I think it's coming together very nice. And,
it is, definitely.
And I want to also have in the episode, it's going to be like a cartoon highlight reel matchup of you and him competing in a ladder match. And maybe a TLC match, maybe, something else. I don't know yet. But a ladder match is like pretty easy to create. So that's usually why I go for it. And
stemming off of that, actually,
yes.
Before I forget, actually, I want to make an announcement on here, actually. So for any promotions, willing to take up, me as a booking, I am open to doing a death or what's it called? A death match. Yes, a death match. Now, for those of you who do not know what a death match is.
No, explain it to me.
Ooh. Okay.
Buried
So,
alive?
huh?
Like a buried alive match?
Oh, brother, no.
Okay.
All right. So, a death match is literally one of the most unsanctioned matches in professional wrestling. Now, rules are anything goes. It can be bloody, it can be gory, you can use the lamps, headlights, you can use a car if you want to, you can use 15 tables, 18 ladders, 15 steel chairs, you can use a fan if you want to. Anything happens in a death match.
Okay.
Now, for my reasoning is, I was trained by one of the best professional wrestlers the world has ever seen, and
Mick
super
Foley.
crazy.
Yeah. Mick Foley, right?
No, oh, Mick Foley, yes, he is a legend, but a lot of people don't talk about super crazy.
Super crazy. Okay. Tell me
I am
about him.
super. I am crazy. I am super crazy. You don't remember super crazy?
No.
So super crazy was, and he was a Mexican style professional wrestler. Um, he studied mostly in lucha wrestling, but basically he got signed to WWE. He had an early on career in his early career in WWE. I think it was back when Brian Kendrick, Paul London, and all those guys were around.
Mm-hmm.
So Super Crazy was one of those guys that were well respected in the locker room by Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, whoever you can really name back in that generation. So, but mainly his career started off in death matches. His biggest death match was against Tajiri. Do you know
Okay.
Tajiri?
I remember
So,
Tajiri, yeah.
yes, back in ECW. So
Mm.
him, you know, in my early career, I met him. That was the first person I ever met in professional
Okay.
wrestling. That was like, oh God.
Yeah.
So he's a WWE. So, oh my God, he's there.
I think you're the second person to tell me that they've met Tajiri.
Tajiri?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never met Tajiri. I've only met Super. I've only met
Super crazy. You were just talking about. Okay.
Yeah. So
Got it. You met him.
Yep. I met him. He actually was my first ever trainer. He actually introduced me into the world of professional wrestling.
Okay.
So having, you know, that type of that aura there, you know, it made me want to follow that and chase that. So, you know, me being a former student of Super Crazy, even if it wasn't for too long, I do want to follow in the footsteps. So yes, a death match. If you guys are willing to book me in a death match, I am here for it. TK ODean is ready for the next level.
Awesome. Maybe on the Coach Bergen show.
Death match on the Kurt Bergen show. Let's go.
I don't know how we would pull that off yet, but like it would have to be.
Parking lot
You guys
fight,
would have to
grocery
be
fight,
in the ring.
everything.
There's always a way. There's always a way, but I think we would have to do it where you guys are in a ring together, whoever you're competing against. But like, I'm not sure how to do it virtually yet. I'd have to find
You'll figure
another
it out.
simulation. Yeah. The idea just came, so it'll all come together as we go.
There's a will, there's a way.
Exactly. All right, cool. So a death match. What other matches would you like to be able to do?
Oh, cage matches, ladder matches, man. Like, my thing is that I'm a decent professional wrestler, but I haven't been put into my environment yet. I have not been unleashed into the world of professional wrestling fully. If I had the padding, if I had the cage, if I had the ladders, if I had the tables, if I had the chairs, if I had all of it, you guys would see a different professional wrestler within TK ODean, a more edgy, more darker, dynamic character. But unfortunately, it's just hard trying to find those right now. But we are working our way towards those.
Absolutely. One step at a time.
Yes.
Awesome.
I guess my dream match right now is Elimination Chamber.
Elimination Chamber.
I want to be in the Elimination Chamber.
All right. Let's see what we can make happen. I'll call up Vince McMahon, and we'll see what we can do.
See, the problem with that is, I think he's somewhere over there. You would have to call his son.
Or Triple H, actually, his son-in-law.
Son-in-law, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I
That's
could
if
do
he
that. I
answered.
mean,
No, yeah, you know.
they're out of Connecticut, so like.
Yeah, I drove past there. I said
Yeah.
hello, but nobody was there. So
Yeah. They're probably closed. You know. But, I mean, realistically, they are in Connecticut, so it shouldn't be too unachievable to be able to go and meet them. Like, if I were to make that effort, because I am in Connecticut,
you'd be
but
so
it's still
surprised.
like probably a 2-hour drive.
You'd be so surprised.
Yeah.
Oh God. I actually worked for. No, actually, I didn't work for them, but I trained in their facility. PAPW.
Okay.
And they had this new upcoming star. If you guys, I don't know if you guys know him, but Brad Baylor.
Oh, I've heard of him. Yeah.
Yes. So and it's a funny story because like I didn't know who he was when I first went into PAPW. Like I was talking to the owner at the time. Oh God, I forgot his name now. It's gonna butcher me, but I believe he worked for WCW back in the day. But Paul Roma. There we go, Paul Roma.
Okay.
So I remember talking to Paul Roma on the phone. He told me to come to a private training little schedule thing, whatever they had going on.
Yep.
So I drive my little Kia from where I was in Connecticut all the way to New Haven, Connecticut. Can't find the place. Ended up seeing that it was behind a Family Dollar. So I was like, oh, okay, I gotta go over here.
Oh, wow.
So I walk in. Atmosphere is just brilliant. It's amazing. So it's like, okay, yeah, I love it here. Couple of a half an hour goes by, all these guys start walking in with like this camera film setup and everything, right? I have no idea what's going on. I'm just here to like do like a tryout for Paul Roma. So
Right.
I see all these cameras and everything, and I'm like, oh shit, who's famous here? I guess it's Paul Roma. I mean, he did work for WWE. And all of a sudden, this blonde-haired, fairly tall, slim guy just walks out of nowhere. I'm on the apron. He looks at me. He sticks his hand down, and he's like, hi, I'm Brad. And I'm like, hi, my name is Tyreek. We shake hands, and then we just go about our trainings. But at that time, I didn't know who he was until like after the training session, and everybody's like, that's Brad Baylor. He's about to go to WWE. And I was like, huh, really? No shit.
Wow.
So like, you just never know who you can actually meet in this business. Even if you are unnamed as a professional wrestler, there are guys who, are upcoming, who are just, breaking into that wall that are actually, you get to watch them, study them, actually see what the next level looks like. So that I think that was pretty awesome.
Absolutely. That's really cool. I don't know that I've ever talked to him, but I know I've reached out to him before. And
Brad?
yeah, because I was creating walkout songs for pro wrestlers before.
Wow.
And so I think I tried to create one for him, but I don't think he ever responded. I'm not really sure.
Brad's always busy, man. He's always flying somewhere, training somewhere, taking somewhere. Brad is just always swiping right.
Gotcha. Always moving, always on the go. Cool. Yeah, and kind of like you were saying, you never know who anybody's going to become. Like that's a big part of why I'm doing the podcast, I guess, is because you never know when I'm going to end up interviewing the guy that's the next big star, you know? And then especially like with the, like, yeah, exactly. Of course, you, but also with like the MMA fighters that I'm interviewing, most of them I'm reaching out to because I see they either have a fight coming up or I see they just won their fight. So those are people that, are going to be in the spotlight to some degree as well. And you never know which one is going to be the next Conor McGregor.
You never know who's going to spark.
Exactly.
If you like that, your life can change. Yep.
And then, it's just, and then the podcast goes famous, goes viral, and then, now
everybody wins.
Now everybody wins. And then I'm at a Joe Rogan standpoint where I can have guests come on my show and then they now get massive opportunities as a result.
You know,
And yeah.
I was actually watching this thing on YouTube that made me actually think about you. So it was actually these like wrestling cartoons, but like they had wrestlers in the background telling their stories of like what actually happened outside of the ring. Like
Okay.
like you have Kenny Omega telling a story about how he got signed to WWE. You have CM Punk who's telling stories about how like WWE treated him like before he left, and it was just all based on cartoons. But it's
Yeah.
super hilarious. But like I genuinely
Okay.
thought about you because I was like, I can see him doing this.
I have made one of those before, to be honest with you, for Brother Bedlam. And I will see if I can find it and
Mhm.
send it to you. Or actually, I'll post it on here in the podcast.
You all want to see
But
it?
if you want to see it, yeah, I'll make sure to throw it in at the end. But yeah, I think that, you know, there's a lot that's happening and a lot of people that are trying to do a lot of good things. And, you know, if you just put yourself surrounded with people that are doing shit,
Mm-hmm.
eventually you're going to get shit done too, you know, and you'll eventually get somewhere. Um,
I
you know,
actually have this motto that I always follow. You're not doing shit until you're actually doing shit.
okay. I like that. I like that. Well, this is technically doing something, you
This
know,
is technically doing something. We're not
technically.
just sitting around, guys. We're here. We're
Well,
here
I am
entertaining
sitting,
you
to be
guys.
fair. I am sitting. But, you know, we're talking.
Yeah.
So it's and then it's a live stream and goes up on Spotify, and then, you know, we get millions of downloads every month, and absolutely ridiculous, you know. I
You never know, man.
yeah, I'm
Justin
definitely
Bieber
hitting the
numbers can
top
hit.
10 podcasts this year, you know. Definitely got to do it. But one
I
step at a
vote for
time.
you for streamer of the year or podcaster of the year.
Podcaster of the year. There we go.
Can we
I don't
make that
think
for
I
the
would
streaming
I don't think I
awards?
would be able to beat Joe Rogan. Not for a while though.
I
You
mean,
know. He's got to retire first, I think.
no. I mean, hey, you never. Hey, he can give you the torch.
That's
I
true.
mean, we then
You
seen
pass
John
it on.
Cena give Roman the torch. We then seen, we've seen a lot. We've seen a lot. We didn't see Vince give Triple H the torch. Joe Rogan giving the coach the torch. I
Yep.
see it.
It could absolutely happen. And then, you know, it'll be the Coach Bergen experience.
Then we could start doing. We could start getting really to work and start doing comedy movies.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then I guess, you know, we'll take over the mothership
We
and
will
you know,
flood the streets.
just flood the streets. Yeah. The mothership is his comedy comedy store. Wow. That he has in Austin. And then they host Kill Tony out of there too. Um, so you know that'll be perfect. That'll
Which
be
is
perfect.
funny, the funniest show I've seen.
Is Kill Tony?
Kill Tony.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it.
Kill Tony literally was just hilarious.
Yeah,
And then there was there was another one that you showed me that was hilarious.
Dr. Phil live.
Dr. Phil live.
Yes.
Jesus Jesus.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Dark comedy at its finest.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's awesome, and I wish I could pull off some of the things that he does, but I feel like a lot of his things like don't work in this kind of environment, I guess, aspect, this type of conversation podcast, because he'll do things where like he'll ask one of the, you know, the people in the audience a question, and then they'll answer, and he'll be like, well, you don't have to be such a dick about it, you know. But like that won't really work here because it's just a, you know, conversation, and it's never like, you know, you can't just I can't just do a one liner and then move on to another person because it's the same person the
Yeah.
entire time. But yeah, I think there's a lot that can be taken from that and applied, and I want to definitely apply more and more of that to this show, and eventually make a live show out of this where,
Yes.
you know, people can come and watch and then have guests live, you know, as
Yes.
opposed to just through IG live,
Mhm.
because you know this is only going to go so far, and it can definitely do a lot, but I think it's more important to be able to get people to actually show up to a place.
Yes, it's a
That's like a
foundation.
different kind of skill, you
Yes.
know? But and that's kind of like what you need to be able to do as a wrestler as well is sell tickets to get people to show up to that spot.
Yes.
Um, so yeah, but
Oh,
damn,
sorry guys.
just falling all over.
Sorry guys.
What are you drunk?
No, I think my phone is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, mine drinks sometimes too. You
Yes.
know,
Hey,
and
stupid smartphones, man. You can't get rid of them, but
kind of need it.
can't live with
Yeah,
them either.
and then like I recently had to get a new phone because the one that like I was using my iPhone, it had broke in the sense that like the battery wouldn't charge anymore.
Mm,
And so I got a new phone and then I transferred everything over. It's a Google phone,
mm-hmm.
but like because it's an Android, all of my shit that like would work on, my iPhone doesn't necessarily work on this. And so it's just like it's
Technology.
it's having to now re-download and find new alternatives to all this different type of shit. But then thankfully I had brought my phone to the Verizon store and they had this like supercharger that brought it back to life. And then from there I was able to charge my phone again. And so that worked out. But now I have two phones. And the one that is the iPhone doesn't make any calls, but I use it for like social media now, I guess.
Oh, like a dummy
Um,
phone. Yeah.
yeah,
Smartest
yeah,
way to
yeah.
use it.
But at the same time, like I know that it also is slowing me down to have to like have my communication through text like on a different device
Yeah.
because to be able to send short videos to somebody, I need to have it on that device or I need to send it to myself through Instagram and then download it onto that phone and then I can send it. So it's like it's got its benefits, but at the
Yeah.
same time, it kind of
Ladies
first
and
world
gentlemen,
problems.
this is
You
the
know?
process of being creative.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
how we get our content by going through a million steps to entertain you guys.
exactly, exactly. Tons of steps in order to create entertainment.
Yes.
And but the steps have to get done, otherwise,
If it
nothing ever
doesn't get
gets
done at
created.
all, then we can't do nothing. Then we don't entertain you guys.
Right, right. And then what are you going to do from there?
Right.
You know,
What are you
if
gonna
you're
do
not
without
listening to
us?
the Coach Bergen show, what are you going to do?
What are you gonna do?
What do you like? What can you even do at that point? If the Coach Bergen show didn't exist,
Right.
I mean,
What
I don't know how anybody made it through without listening to these 48 episodes.
I honestly, to tell you the truth, these last 48 episodes have been my life.
Yeah, of course, mine too.
Let it be your life. Let it
It
be your
is.
guys' life.
Let it be your life. Download. Be sure to like and subscribe. All right. Share it with your friends. And
Love
and then
professional wrestling.
exactly.
Just
And
love
then
professional wrestling. Love sport. Love the art of fighting in general. Professional fighting.
exactly. All combat sports.
All combat sports.
And yeah, but that's all I got for today. So
Hey.
I guess that's probably a good way to close it out.
Yes.
And we will talk again for Monday,
Yes,
where
sir.
you compete for the CBS Pro Wrestling Championship, and the first time ever that it's going to be on the line. So you versus Billy John Langers. Be ready for
And
it.
watch me become the inaugural CBS champion. Stay tuned.
Absolutely, absolutely. I love it. I love it.
All
All
right,
right.
brother.
Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll
Yeah, you
talk
too,
soon.
brother.
All right.
All
Later.
right, man.
Bye.
How did you get started with wrestling?
I mean, like most people in wrestling right now, I was a fan first and foremost. I mean, I'm still am a fan. But growing as a kid, I was always in pro wrestling. It was always around my household. And then I guess like a year and a half ago now, I was living in Philadelphia, and my girlfriend, for Christmas, she got me like a beginning session at the Wrestle Factory out in Copley, Pennsylvania. They do different kinds of like training where it's like you can either join their school and be there all the time, or you can kind of test the water and join for like a short, like 7-week clip. So I did like the 7 weeks, and I absolutely fell in love. Decided to take the leap instead of sitting on my couch watching wrestling and saying how, oh, I could do that. I could do that, no problem. I decided to actually go for it. And, yeah, that journey started about 1.5 years ago, and it's been pretty awesome since then.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. Used to think I was behind. Now I see it's just alignment. I'm it. I don't compete, I align. What's not for me ain't mine. I don't need universal approval to shine. I don't compete, I align. I am not rejected, I'm redirected toward better alignment. Life's well directed. Someone else's preference ain't my reflection. My worth don't shrink from their selection. I don't need to be chosen to carry value. My confidence ain't rented from a will she have you. I attract through presence, never through pressure. Grounded in reality, no fantasy lecture. If it ain't a fit, I don't force it to rhyme. What flows, flows. I respect divine timing. Timing, 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 timing. I don't compete, I align. What's not for me ain't mine. I don't need universal approval to shine. I don't compete, I align. I release the future I built in my head. Stay present instead of chasing what's unsaid. I'm desirable to the right one, right time. No rush, no chase, I let it unwind. I don't compete, I align with it. If she don't choose me, I don't take the hit. My confidence ain't hanging on one reply. I can smile, wave and let it ride by. I enjoy connection without the demand that it turn to forever just cause it can. I'm building into the man who's chosen free, not convincing somebody to settle for me. Hey, I don't need universal approval, that's truth. Alignment over retention, that's proof. If it's real, it won't require a push. Calm in my chest, no need to rush. I don't compete, I align. What's not for me ain't mine. My confidence don't stand on one side. I don't compete, I align. If it's meant, it'll meet me in time. If not, I'm still prime. No pressure, no plead. I don't compete, I align. I don't compete, I align. What's not for me ain't mine. I don't need universal approval to sign. I don't compete, I align. If it's meant, it'll meet me in time. If not, I'm still prime. No pressure, no plead. I don't compete, I align. Yeah, yeah. Thought I was a hero, turns out I was tired. Thought love was a spark, but my wallet was on fire. Patience is a virtue, I was rich in the wrong way. Coach had a whistle, she still hadn't blown it. Let go, you're free. Let go. Hey, look, I don't simp, I support, there's a difference, I swear. But somehow every crisis end up parked in my care. Every soon got extended, every next week got bent. I was funding potential, not the present I meant. Take your time, heal up, I got you, no stress. Next thing I know, I'm cash apping my piece to distress. Doctor on vacation, lawyer need a break. Why everybody healing on my paycheck? I'm the coach, talk discipline, life lessons, grit. But skip the chapter called Who You Investing In. Talking about divine timing, I'm like cool, I'll wait. But divine timing never showed up with a date. Yeah. Thought I was a hero, turns out I was tired. Thought love was a spark, but my wallet was on fire. Patience is a virtue, I was rich in the wrong way. Coach had a whistle, she still hadn't blown it. Let go, you're free. Let go. Let's be honest, gotta laugh at me. Confuse being kind with liability. If you need a savior, I grab the cape. But why I gotta drown just to prove I'm great? I'm learning, help ain't help if it hurts your spine. Trust ain't trust if it costs your time. Love ain't love if it lives on someday and almost don't pay rent in my real life, eh? I don't hate women, nah, cut that noise. I hate patterns wrapped up in a pretty voice. You can care and still say I'm done with the cost. That ain't selfish, that's a boundary, boss. If they want you, they show up. If it's real, it don't need a receipt. If you gotta keep proving your worth, you already underpaid. So I'll I move different, still kind, still me, but I study red flags like it's film on repeat. No more hold me down while I figure it out, cause I figured me out and I'm choosing that route. I want effort, not echoes, plans, not vibes. If we build enough future, it starts in real time. I show love when it's mutual, give space when it's fair, but I'm done auditioning for love with my care. Yeah, thought I was a hero, turns out I was tired. But was a spark, but my wallet was on fire. If patience is a virtue, I was rich in the wrong way. Coach had a whistle, she still hadn't blown. Let go, you're free. Yeah, still a hero, just smart and inspired. Hard on the field, but my boundaries wired. If patience is a virtue, I invested my way. Coach learned a lesson, now I'm winning the game. Let go. Everybody over giving, over trusting, over waiting. Wait, bro, you just overdue for a boundary. A coma is just a comma in your life. Trust and believe everything will be alright. Be alright. You ain't done yet, you just pause mid-fall. In your life, trust and believe everything will be alright. Be alright. You ain't done yet, you just pause mid-fall. Trust and believe everything will be alright. You ain't done yet, you just pause mid-fall. I was walking through the jungle with my people by my side. Didn't know that in the moment I'd be fighting for my life. Felt the world start spinning, colors all fade to white. Next thing I knew, I was falling out of sight. Heard voices in the darkness saying, coach, hold tight. But the fear in Queen Jeezy had me wanting to fight. Dreams turn to storms when you can't stand the bright. But every storm breaks when you step into the light. A coma is just a comma in your life. Trust and believe everything will be alright. Be alright. You ain't done yet, you just pause mid-fight. Trust and believe everything will be alright. You ain't done yet, you just pause mid-fight. In the hospital bed, trying to piece back time. Maya told me, breathe, one step you'll climb. Truth lying, drop facts while the monitors chime. Said your brain hit a wall, but your hope still shines. Juji made jokes when the nights felt long. Panda read stories, keeping my heart strong. Hilarious hood pulled pranks, but he meant no wrong. And Stamps hustled salts when the pressure felt on. Every dream I battled was a lesson in disguise. Every fall just a setup for a stronger rise. When Queen JC cried, man, it opened my eyes. I ain't quitting on my people, ain't no goodbye. A coma is just a comma in your life. Trust and believe everything will be alright. Be alright. You ain't done yet, you just pause mid-fight. Trust and believe everything will be alright. You ain't done yet, you just pause mid-fight. He's good. He's more than good. He's still winning. A setback ain't a sentence. It's just a pause in the paragraph. I woke up with a vision and a fire in my chest. Every scar I carry is a reason I'm blessed. Life hit hard, but I hit back twice. Yeah, I'm alright.
Thank you to my sponsor, Coma Dreams. A coma is just a comma in your life. Tonight proved that you pause, you breathe, and you finish the sentence. We did that, we finished
You
it.
looked unstoppable out there.
I didn't quit. Coma Dreams proved comebacks are real. Thank you, coach. I told y'all, no matter how deep it gets, wake up and fight.
Coma Dreams stayed with me. It reminded me not to take any day for granted. Just being healthy, training, and showing up is something to be thankful for.
I didn't expect this, but Coma Dreams actually hit me. Watching Coach go through that made me realize how fragile life is and why you don't waste your shot. This isn't a movie, it's life. It is what it is.
You know, I didn't expect to get hit this hard by a film, but Coma Dreams just wrecked me in the best way. The way it showed someone fighting their way back, step by step, it felt honest, like rolling here on the mats.
All right, I watched Coma Dreams, and I'm going to tell you, Coach's recovery, that was truly inspiring. That's a story worth watching.
I've chased titles my whole life. Coma Dreams reminded me the real prize is waking up and getting another chance. I'm grateful. Thank you, Coach. I've been knocked down more times than I can count. Coma Dreams reminded me, you never quit, you keep standing back up.
Shout out to Coma Dreams. A coma is just a comma in your life. We finished the sentence and we finished the fight. Thank you, Coach.
Congratulations on the win. What's the message tonight?
Train by day, Coma Dreams by night, all day.